Hello, welcome or welcome back. If you are new here, hello, my name is Charlotte. I'm a 25-year-old painter by trade and I knit. And I'm gonna start a little side quest project. If you haven't heard, Sandnes Garn has come out with some cashmere, and with the cashmere they released some patterns. This shawl for one. And these kinds of accessory garment stuff is not my style at all, but it is my mother's style. I'm gonna knit this Petra scarf for my mother, and I'm gonna knit it up in this color 3021. The color name is Beige Melange, and I am very excited for this. I have knitted up with cashmere before. It was Cardiff Cashmere, and I do have enough yarn on that to knit up this scarf, but I want to try Sandnes Garns cashmere as well, just to compare the two. So my plan for knitting this up, I'm gonna cast it on now, and I'm gonna show you how much I've done each hour or two maybe. I am alone this entire day, so I figured that I can get quite a lot done. So grab yourself a drink. I'm having coffee. It is morning, and let's get to it. First hour is up, and I have done 5 rows of the pattern. Well, 5 rows, 4 rows of the pattern, and it's not looking like much. I'm doing the makeup thing here to cover my face. I don't know if you even can see this, but well, it's not much. It's maybe a centimeter of work, but in the first section here is just knits and purls, basically. 1 row purls, 1 row knits. Yeah. So far, I am liking the Sandnes Garn Cashmere more than Cardiff Cashmere. It's just not as, it may be the needle that I'm knitting on, that it's not, probably not the same needle as I did the Pure Rib shirt in, but it doesn't feel as slippery on the needle, which I like. For me, that's a good thing. And yeah, I really like this, and the pattern is so fun. I don't do lace that much, and this is lace, all of the holes and stuff, but it's so fun. I mean, I can see the holes. Let me not show you like the middle, but no, the edges, but more like the middle, because you can actually see a little bit better then. Just flip them over like so. Let's see here if you can. You can barely see that, but you can see like there's 2 holes, and I like it. Obviously they look kind of weird now because they're different, and they look like one is getting bigger than the other one because of you throw. But yeah, I'm gonna head on to hour number 2 here. If you're curious, I'm using 10 minutes per round. That's what I've used in the pattern. The first round that I did was just purl all the way across. I used 15 minutes on that, and then 10 minutes 53 seconds, 10 minutes 37 seconds, 11 minutes 33 seconds, and now on the last one 9 minutes and 17 seconds. I am knitting 2 together, like, so I'm losing about 4. I'm actually not sure, because the one, yeah, I'm losing 4 stitches every other round. yeah. In this section. So I am, yeah. And you can actually see it because this is the edge mask. It's gonna be an I-cord. I'm knitting an I-cord whilst I'm working it up. So you can see this is the edge, and this will be on the shoulder. Very nice, very cool, very cool. Excited. But yeah, I'm gonna start on the next round. Did I start a new clock? Start, round, stop. There we go. Okay, now I'm ready to start the next round. Okay, I have now been knitting for 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I have done this much. If you want to focus, I think it's focused. You tell me. So as you can see, I've done some rows with some garter stitch, and I've just did an eyelet row. And again, I'm so happy with this. This looks just gorgeous, and the color of the yarn, I love this. I am absolutely in love with this. This is how the middle. Let me see if I can hold this up properly. No, I cannot. If I hold it this is hard. Here. This is how the middle is looking. It does have this slight V. I think this is just absolutely gorgeous, and I just want to continue on knitting. It does not feel like I've been knitting for almost 2.5 hours. It does not, but I have. So, and the next step for me is the garter stitch segment again. So I'll just knit until I'm finished with that, because these two small segments took me almost 2.5 hours. So I'm just gonna power through and knit the garter stitch segment before I update you again. But I will continue to track my time, because it was actually quite interesting to see. All right. See you soon. All right, so that took me 1.5 hours. Yeah, that adds up. It adds up. All right, so let me show you one of the ends here, because you can really start seeing the shape of the shawl come to. Look at that. You see the eyelets, and you see this. So this is, how will it be? This will be like that. No. Opposite side. It's like this. Just yarn falling all over. But I think this just looks so elegant and nice. So you see it's the eyelets all the way over here. And then you come to the point here. Come on, focus on it. There you go. Isn't that gorgeous? I think this is just gorgeous. And when it's blocked out, it will open up more like this, and you see all of the eyelets. All right. So now it's actually time to do the pattern. This is like borders or in between pattern. Now it's time for the V's on them. And I'm very excited. What I'm not really excited about, I've almost used one, oh shit, now it looks like a mess. I've almost used one entire ball. And it kind of scares me, because haven't really, I'm not even 1/3 in, and I've used 1/3 of the yarn soon. So like this is what I have left. It looks a little bit more holding it like this, but it's not much. It's not much, and I'm kind of stressed because I've only done like the first eyelet row. I have 4 eyelet rows, and 1, 2. Do I have 4 or do I have 3? I don't really know. How many eyelet rows do I have? I have 3 eyelet rows. I don't know. The only thing that I'm trying to just convince myself that it will work. Luca used like 2.5 skeins, about, not more than that. Like, I think he said he had like 12 grams of the cashmere left, which is about half a skein. So it'll work, and you can see that. I mean, it is. We are decreasing because this is the edge. We started out here, and it has decreased. And this is a sharp edge here. Oh, it's gonna look so great. I'm so excited for when my mom's gonna wear this, hopefully, because we're gonna go and see the Nutcracker, the ballet, in the city where she lives, and we're gonna dress up and look all nice. And it is winter, and maybe, I don't know, maybe she'll wear this. I will bring this down with me then, because that's the next time when I'll see her. Oh, this just looks so gorgeous. I'm very excited to see the next segment here, but I am kind of hungry now, so I'm going to take a little break where I not only stretch my hands a little bit and eat a little bit, and then I'll continue on. Did I say how much I have knitted? Let's see here. The last segment that I did here with the garter stitch, it took me 1.5 hours. And the first 2 segments took 2 hours 20 minutes. So we're on 3 hours 52 minutes right now, just under 4 hours. And now I'm gonna do like the next segment also just in one, because it took me less time to just do one and then stop the clock. So, but still, very, very fun to see. Yeah. Very interesting to actually time myself whilst knitting. But yeah, short break, and then I will be back with the 3rd diagram. Alright, I have now been knitting for 6 hours and 49 minutes. And the last segment that I was going to do took me almost 3 hours to do. So let me show you tangles. Oh my god, what have I done? Oh my gosh. Alright. There we have it. Almost. Alright. Here it is. It looks so pretty. And this is the middle. Feels so weird when I'm just looking. It is actually coming together. So these are like the 3 segments that I am to repeat once more. Or twice more, I don't really remember. I have to repeat them at least. Do them all again. And then some more. So I will just do that. And I probably won't update anymore tonight. But, you know, Now this will happen again, and then it will obviously get way smaller, because this is how far it has, this is how much I've cast off thus far, because you are continuously casting off as you knit. So it is now almost midnight, so I won't be knitting for way much longer, but a little bit more, just to start on the next section. It is the next day, and well, let's just start from the start. I figured that I would double the amount of length that I had with just doing the diagrams that I did yesterday and just do them again, because that's what the pattern says to do, and because you've already seen that, so I figured I'll just do the 3 diagrams again, and then I'll show. And I'm on the last diagram, and I somewhere has knitted an extra stitch, because I am off by 1. And this diagram, the V's, I do not like to start knitting them, because you need so much concentration just to get the yarn overs in the right spot, and the slip knits and the purl knit together, and the knits, and it takes me at least 2 tries to get it right. I did do it right, and on 1/2, so you see, obviously you have the middle, and then on one of these halves are correct on stitch count, the other is not. The other is off by 1, and I can't find where it comes from. I don't understand. So it's not this, it's here. Because the garter stitches, the garter stitch rows, they look correct. There's nothing new in between, nowhere. So you just have to be somewhere, obviously, but I don't understand where. Now I'm just checking the garter stitches if they're just neatly in a column. And they are. There's nothing wrong with them. So I have either I have knitted a yarn over twice somehow. That is, I can see how I've done that on the purl side. So now I just have to think back 5 rows. And just for reference, I did stop the clock when I got, my head was like, what? No. I have knitted on this for now 10.5 hours total. And just these last 5 rows, an hour. Because I did it almost to completion, and then I figured out, no, there's something wrong here, so I think back to the middle part. And I had to do that on the first half as well, because I just, I can't count. And I can't keep my head on straight. If I had my glasses on, maybe I'd seen it, but I don't, and I don't feel like getting up and getting them. So 5 rows, an hour. But now I'm going to think back. I'm not going to put that into the counter. and I'm going to start over this section, and then I can start on next thing again, because now I don't have a lot of stitches left. When this segment is done, when the next V, this part here, the V's here, are finished, there's not much left. I'm pretty sure that I can finish this today, but probably tomorrow, especially now because of this stuff, and I have to make dinner in not that long. So let's just do this. Okay, I have now backed up a lot. I've counted so many times, and I still can't find where the extra stitch comes from. I don't understand it. So I'm gonna be a little I'm gonna cheat a little bit now, because the next row that I'm gonna do is just to get to the other side by purling on the purl side, and whilst doing that, I'm just gonna do one sneaky decrease. I just have to make sure it's on the correct side, which will be before halfway point on this side. Yes. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to be sneaky. Don't tell my mom. It worked. My extra little decrease worked. A filma. Anyway, I'm now caught up. My hands are aching. I need a break. I need to put this on pause. Just below 11 hours. Or maybe actually right on. 10 hours, 59 minutes, 39 seconds. My dream is fading. My dream is absolutely fading. It is 6 o'clock and I need to make dinner. And then I will continue on this afterwards. But let me show you how it looks thus far. Here is the middle point, and it's the same thing all the way, and then you see the I-cord edgings. It's really nice that you now can start to really see how the shawl will look like. Obviously a good blocking here would be nice, so this will stop curling and it will grow. It looks very, very nice, especially when you see the holes properly with the lights in the background. Very, very happy with this, and so happy with the yarn. It's so great. It just looks amazing. I'm very much excited to see how this will turn out in the end. But now, break. Alright, so that took me 2.5 hours. And this is how it's looking. It is kind of hard to see. Try my hard. You see me going like this, but this is how we're looking right now. It just gets better and better, if you ask me, and this pillow is falling. I have to do this diagram one more time. But it just gets smaller and smaller, so it's fine. And yeah, so I'm just gonna do as much as I can today. Hopefully, not hopefully, I will finish this tomorrow. I will not finish this today, sadly, but I will finish this tomorrow because, I mean, this is the entire thing. I just have to do this repeat, the first repeat, like the same thing, you know, the garter, the eyelets, the garter, and then the V's. I just have to do that thing one more time. And then I'm almost finished. I have 5 diagrams. 4, 5, no, wait. If we're counting total diagrams, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have total 7 diagrams or segments to do. And I will try to do at least one more today. It is 9 o'clock. Yeah, just 9 o'clock. So I will just quickly do the garter stitches. Maybe the eyelets. We'll see. Alright, this will be the last one for the day. I figured out what I did wrong, actually. So I did I did wrong all the way back in the eyelet row. I can actually show you. You are able to see it if you know that it's wrong. So I'm gonna bust that bubble for you. So if you see the last eyelet row here, there's a good way from the last hole until the border. Now here there's not. You see that? There's this tiny hole right up against the border. I was supposed to knit 2 together there, or I was supposed to not do yarn over, but I did do a yarn over because I could. So yeah, but the other side, what will it be? It will be wearing the right side. It is absolutely correct, because then you start with doing knit 2 together and then knit 2 together again before you do yarn over in between. But here you have to, you end with it. That's why I was like, oh, but I have enough stitches to do this, so I just do this. It has gotten to that point where it was just automatic for me, basically. So that's where the mistake was. And I did it again, obviously, but I realized that I did it again after I've purled all the way back. It was like, okay, I could just tank back and then fix it. And then I was like, it's not really that visible unless you really know it's wrong. And it's such a small mistake, it's not really noticeable. So I'm gonna just leave it there. Am I very... just not at all? Hopefully it's just my eyes. I look very blurry. I don't know if it's me. I don't know. But this is how we're looking. Again, it just looks better and better. It just gets harder and harder to hold it up for you, because you do cast off as you go. But I guess I can go like, how will it be? It'll be fun. Go like this. And then Go like this. Yeah, that actually works a little bit, kind of. Yeah. Almost. Whew. Don't. Yeah. I will 100% finish this tomorrow. There is no other. It's that. I am finishing this tomorrow. I haven't really said why I am casting on a project in the midst of having 3 whips, where one of them is on a time crunch, and I haven't even started Oslo hat number 5 yet. Actually, I know which color it is going to be. It's not going to be the one that I said it's going to be in the video. Shocking. Has never happened before, but nonetheless. But yeah, I just folded it up here. A little bit easier to show. I still think this is very fun project, and it's very nice to have a light project amongst the black, the royal blue, and the navy blue. It's a lot of dark colors, and as you can see, I quite often actually just don't put my glasses back on after I washed my face or showered after work or in the weekends, gotten up from bed. I just accept that my vision is blurry. But yeah, just have this top of the triangle here left. Finish it tomorrow. I'm down to like the 10th, like the only double digits when it comes to stitches. I started on 200 or something, if not almost 300. I don't really remember. Closer to 300 than 200, I think. And now I'm below 100, which is great. I can really feel the difference from the first couple of garter stitch rows and now. Now it just flies by. And I can't stop looking at the yarn. The fabric, I mean, honestly, the pattern, it's so gorgeous. And this had made me want to knit up a different scarf / shawl. It's the Marielle scarf, I think, by Maria Sarden. It's this, what's it called? Pointel? I don't remember what the pattern is called, but it's the columns of dots or like eyelet rows, and then in between, with the same distance in between them again, it's this four dots in the diamond shape. I think it's called Pointel. I don't remember, but that, and I'm thinking maybe I'll knit one scarf for myself before I'm going down south with my mother, so that maybe we'll wear a scarf / shawl each because it's winter. But I digress. I'm gonna go to bed now. Finishing this up tomorrow. I have used 13.5 hours thus far. And this is what I have left of yarn ball number 2. Yeah. Picking this back up again tomorrow. It happened again. The same diagram with the V's. I did a mistake. And I didn't realize that I've done a mistake. So I just kept on knitting a couple of rows, and it's lace. So it's not fun to think back to do this. So I figured when I saw the mistake, I could just, ladder down and fix it. I obviously made it worse, but it obviously got worse. had to think back. But I did it. I thinked back, I fixed it, and then there were the garter stitches went fine. Eyelet rows, I did it correctly. I managed to follow instructions. Wow. I mean, wow. And then there were the last diagram D. And it worked. I am aware that the paper version, the first ones that got released at least, has a mistake in the diagram, but Luca made me aware of it, so I know what the mistake was, where in the diagram it was, and I also knew that if I was unsure, I had the digital version of it, so I could have gone back and figured it out from there, but I didn't need to. I remembered it. It's not blocked yet because I just cast off. Can you even see it because of lighting? How can I hold it up for you so you can see it like this? That looks kind of weird. Let me see if I can hold it up for you so you can see it properly. Here you have it. So this is how it looks. Again, it is not blocked, so it is very puckery. It's not relaxed, but I think that this looks lovely. So I mean, like, obviously it's a scarf, so I don't know how you want to use it. I'm gonna block it a little bit aggressively, so I'm gonna block it a little bit aggressively so that it will stretch, so it's nice and wide, so it's possible to have like this. It is possible with the length it's now, but I wanted to lay like beside the chest here, just so, because it is for my mother. She knows that I'm knitting it. She bought this. She bought the yarn and everything. But since she knows it, and she's a businesswoman. She works a lot in offices, and again, we live in Norway, so it's cold. So this will be just a nice little scarf shawl thing to throw on, so she won't get a chill down her back. And I am very excited for this. Now, the question is, if you watching have had any guesses on how long I've used to complete this, how many hours have I needed to complete this shawl? I'll even wait a little bit so you can plot down your guess in the comments. I'll give you a couple of seconds. All right. Plotted it down. You commented. Good. I used 15 hours and 59 seconds. My longest round, 15 hours and 59 minutes. 15 hours and 59 minutes. Now, I did not take the time where I had to think back or frog a portion of it. I did not time that. When I realized it, I stopped the timer. So this is knitting minutes, knitting hours, knitting time purely. yeah. And what I have left, I have 20 grams left. And I'm hoping that I can make a December bow with this. 20 grams. I don't know if that's enough yarn, but I will just do what I can with it, because 20 grams of cashmere. Cashmere is like a thing. I really like this. I mean, it's high quality. Why wouldn't you like this? It is a gorgeous cashmere. It's not too slippery, but it's not toothy. It's still soft. It's still cashmere, but it might be the yarn and needle combination that I used, because like I have mentioned, I have knitted with cashmere before, some Cardiff Cashmere, which I will revisit in a later time. But when I knitted with that, and I use metal needles, not wood, and they slide off the needles. They're so, it's so lightweight and soft, so it just slides around the needles. So I was like holding on to the needles for dear life. I did not have that experience with Sandnes Garn cashmere at all. I was just working with it like it was a thin yarn, and I loved it. Not hopefully, if I think that I would wear it. I do think that I would wear it if I were a businesswoman. I'm not a businesswoman. I wish that this was my aesthetic. Maybe it'll be my aesthetic when I eventually have a baby and stay a lot home, but that's a long time in the future. Maybe I'll have something for then. Maybe I'll knit something whilst being pregnant. Maybe I can't work. I don't really know. But I hope that this will be my kind of thing someday. I'm just obsessed with this. It looks so great. Even in the viewfinder, I have folded it so it's smaller. But I find it just looks great. It just looks so nice. So yeah. Great. Now you know. This was again the Petra scarf. The Petra scarf that came out with Sandnes Garn's new line with cashmere yarn. And the Petra scarf is not the only thing that they came out with. I think they came out with several different things. Check them out. If you like this and you knit this, you're gonna end up with a great product. Very excited to block this. I'm gonna throw it in a wash right now and block it. See you soon.